Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today on King's Advisors, we're talking about the recent casting news for the next Westeros TV show, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. But first, a quick recap. The Night of the Seven Kingdoms follows the tales of Ser Duncan the Tall and his Squire Egg. Duncan was Lord Commander of the Kingsguard from somewhere between 233 AC and 236 AC until his death in 259 AC. Ser Dunk was one of the greatest knights that ever lived and truly upheld the oath of a knight in a Kingsguard. So the news we're going to look at today is a recent casting call that HBO has made for this show. There are two calls, one for Egg and one for Ser Duncan. So let's look at the call for Egg first. We can see right here as I zoom in that they are looking for a boy aged 9 to 10, physically small. The character is wise beyond his years, confident and witty. He's a neutral English accent and is white with blue to green eyes and pale skin. Must be under 4'6" and at least 9 years old by March 2024 for licensing. So let's look at how Aegon is described. Large eyes, which could appear dark blue, but were actually deep and dark and purple. The boy was pasty faced and skinny. That's really his description for as a kid. Obviously he looks a little different when he actually ascends to the throne. But it's important to recognize that they are looking for a kid that pretty much matches that description. So it's good to see that the description of the boy in the casting call that they're looking for matches pretty closely with the description that Egg has in Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Hopefully we'll actually get purple eyes this time. A lot of the Targaryen characters have purple eyes, but we actually haven't seen that on the shows yet. I'm hoping we'll actually see that in this. I'm good with this. I think this is a really good casting call. The thing that's a little upsetting is the casting call for Dunk the Tall. So first, let's look at how Dunk is described in the wiki of Ice and Fire, which is taken from Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Right here, Duncan is an inch shy of 7 feet tall. He has thick, shaggy hair that is sun-streaked in the summer. Duncan has a humble personality and frequently thinks of himself as thick-headed, recalling how Sir Arlen had often said, "Dunk the lunk, thick as a castle wall," and referred to him as slow as an aurochs. This guy is incredibly tall. He's not like lanky. He's tall, he's fit, he's strong, but he's also very humble. And I think that's where the concern here comes from. Because when we look back at the casting call for the soldier, aged 18 to 25, good. He's about 18 to 19 at the beginning of the story. The soldier is very tall and physically strong. He is a humble disposition and is perceptive and thoughtful. Any ethnicity must be at least 6'4". I was discussing this with some people that I know, and we all kind of have a picture of Dunk the Tall in our heads. Now, this is the picture used by the wiki of Ice and Fire. That's what they have him looking as. You see, he looks a little Dornish in this picture. He grew up in Flea Bottom. His earliest memory is digging around the streets of Flea Bottom. So he's not from the north. So, he's not going to look like a northerner. I think he probably looks a little more Spanish than African or European, Northern European. The good thing is that they are looking to cast someone that's 6'4". Like this guy, this guy's tall. And Dunk is, like I just said, Dunk is a inch under 7 feet. So they're looking to cast someone that's already pretty tall. Now, someone they could easily cast for this role, Jacob Elordi, I believe is how you say his name. He's 6'5". He's 26, so he's just outside the age of the casting call. So depending on how they do that, I don't know if you have to I don't know if you're required to be in that age bracket in order to submit your name, or if you can say, "Hey, I'm 26, but I look like I'm 22." Maybe that'll work. I think he'd be really good. He's playing Elvis in this Priscilla thing that is just all sorts of wrong, and maybe I'll find a way to explain why it's so wrong. He made headways in the Kissing Booth Netflix show movie thing. But the good thing is he's in Euphoria, and Euphoria is one of HBO's top shows. So HBO already knows about this guy. So I'm hoping what they'll try to do is they'll try to use star power of someone that's still kind of not a household name to bring people to Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I would totally be up for this casting call. I think this guy looks like him. I'm good. I'm good with it. The whole any ethnicity does concern me a little bit just because of how we've seen that work in the past. It worked with Corlys Valerian in House of the Dragon. My concern would be that if they try to nail it every time, they're not going to nail it every time. It worked once. Let's not try to force it to work again. Everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps. And follow us on Twitter at King'sAdvisors_. And comment below, what are you looking for? Are you excited for the show? What do you think about the casting calls? Any of that stuff. Any ideas for videos? I read all the comments. Thank you so much, everybody.